Luke, who's on set? Yes! Buddy, first time in the side seats.
I've been waiting. Every day I see this, and I've always wanted to make it over here. So now that I've made it, I feel like it's a big stamp for me, Jay.
And you look great. You got the turtleneck going. You look fantastic. And you got to be excited because if you're in the state of New York, you can drink as of 8 a.m. on Sunday morning because Governor Kathy Hochul has decided to extend those drinking hours to the morning, so all those Buffalo Bills fans in Western New York can have a beverage at the bar while they're watching their Bills take on the Jags in London. So way to go, Governor Hochul. You've gotten yourself a few more votes.
And I was going to say, probably just one re-election with that rule.
100%. 100%. So here's my question for you. The Jags, who are the unofficial team of London, they have been in London for the whole week. The Bills have to head over there. I know it's a mismatch on paper, but does the fact that the Jags have just been there in the time zone practicing for a couple of weeks give them a big advantage?
It definitely does. It gives Jacksonville a very large advantage. One, they're more familiar with it. Two, that's a real ordeal, that trip. But three, also, the fact that the Bills are going somewhat late, just kind of adjusting not only to the time zone, but the facilities, where Jacksonville's going to be going on 2 weeks. But that being said, Jay, I think this is a great test for Buffalo from an off-field perspective.
Right.
We all saw last week that they are legit. They are a Super Bowl contending team. They have all the pieces they need, and they can execute. I would love to see the Bills now go up with some off-field adversity, travel to London to a team who's been there all week, get in a little bit late, deal with the jet lag, all of these things that are stacked against them, and show us why they're not only a Super Bowl contending team on the field, but off the field.
Right.
And that's a big ordeal in this league, being able to handle going on the road, being able to handle things that are out of your control and still executing. You said it, on paper, they should win this game. Jacksonville is a good team.
Yep.
The cards are stacked against them with some off-field issues. Handle your business, Buffalo, so that I can come on here and continue on the bandwagon.
Yeah, the Mafia. And you are getting along so well this year. A couple of NFC powers, maybe the two biggest NFC powers battling this weekend. And I couldn't believe this. The Cowboys and Niners have never played in prime time since 1990, Luke, which seems strange.
Yeah, you would think like
this
epic playoff battles back in the day.
Ratings juggernaut. Now, the Cowboys, you got to think this is more important for them, but am I wrong? Am I reading that wrong?
No, I definitely think so. You look at the Niners, and they're obviously undefeated.
Man.
Firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, they look so good.
Exactly. And it's not like they've had any real issues on either side of the ball. Where the Cowboys have been great, I would say they're a top 5 team in the league right now. But there are a few questions. I think, the Arizona game lingers a little bit, the loss they had there. But I do think the big one, and most Cowboy fans will probably feel this way, is Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, to me, is a tremendous talent. He's a very, very good quarterback in this league. But it's games like this where you can really elevate your status, the faith in Cowboys Nation, if you will, Cowboys fans having their team, to really believing in him. Because I really think they're a bit hot and cold on Dak.
Yeah.
You see San Francisco is a favorite. San Francisco, to me, is the best football team in the league right now. If Dallas can come in here and, at bare minimum, give San Francisco everything that they can handle, perhaps win, that would be a bit surprising, but at least just, again, make it an absolute grind, and Dak puts on a good performance against this defense, you got to feel good about Dallas for the rest of the season.
I'm trying to think of the most disappointing team in the National Football League this season, and the Cincinnati Bengals, at the very least, are in the conversation. The offense has been a mess, and Joe Burrow, it's pretty clear, is not fully healthy. That calf injury in training camp is never fully healed. They've got 2 games before their bye week. Do you consider resting Burrow, then get him to the bye week? He rests there, and then he comes back after that. Is that a consideration?
Not one bit.
Oh.
Now, 2 weeks ago, Jay, I would have said, okay, if this calf is lingering, maybe we sit him down. But at this point, after the beat down they just took, their backup quarterback, I believe, is Jake Browning. No offense there, but I'm not sure that a healthy Jake Browning gives you a better chance to win than a calf-injured Joe Burrow. And the reality is, we've played 4 games. There's only 17 to play. They have somewhat of a tough division. You know, obviously the Ravens, I'd say, are the team to beat there.
Yeah.
Cleveland has looked good. They have some issues. If somehow the Steelers figure out their offense, they'll be okay.
Every team in that division is sort of a mystery.
Yes, and it's like you do not want to be even further behind the 8 ball. And I know that they have these great players, and they have Joe, if he's healthy, and the receiving core there. But the reality is, if you drop to these next 2 games because Joe's not playing, I'm scared for them that it's just too much to make up.
Yeah.
So
but is it kind of a lost season already at this point, Luke?
I wouldn't say already, Jay, but it's definitely trending that direction.
Yeah.
They need to beat the Cardinals. And we've seen the Cardinals are a lot better than what we've thought they would be coming into this thing.
Dallas certainly learned that.
Yes, Dallas learned that the hard way. You know, they gave the 49ers a game, which no one would have thought.
Yep.
And it's not going to be an easy task. The Bengals have to figure this out because, again, I think the Seahawks are probably a top 10 team right now as well. And it's tough times in Cincinnati. I'm definitely not. I think the window for sitting him is gone. I'm definitely playing Joe Burrow.
And then you have Jamar Chase, obviously not thrilled.
What an interview.
Not so subtle about the, hey, I'm always open.
No question.
He's always open.